we have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. Let's quickly tell you about the development that has taken place. As far as the AI-171 plane crash is concerned, center tells no abnormality found in fuel control switches. Remember, that was one of the narrative doing the rounds, that the fuel switch, there was a problem, technical problem with the fuel switch that could have been one of the reasons behind the crash, behind what transpired. Now what we're given to understand is that the center has said that there was no abnormality as far as the fuel control switches are concerned. This is a big development. We'll try and connect with the reporters as well to get you more details. Remember, the final report is not out yet. That will perhaps be able to tell us what transpired in those last few seconds before the crash took place. In just a matter of seconds, right after the lift-off, the crash happened, in which over 200 people, unfortunately, lost their life. There have been a lot of debates about the theories and the narratives that are doing the rounds. We are all awaiting for the final report to be put out that could perhaps provide more clarity and give a sense of closure to the family members. But what we're being told now, and it's a big revelation, a massive revelation as far as the fuel switch is concerned. The center says there was no problem, no abnormality as far as the fuel switch is concerned. Let's in fact go across to Madhav, is getting us more details. It's a massive revelation there. Center says no abnormality in fuel switch.
Well, absolutely, and this is very important coming up ahead of the final report, which was normally, as per the ICAO norms, is supposed to come up within the span of 1 year. And the government has very clearly said that there is no delay in the investigation. The timeline for a major accident investigation cannot be predicted. It depends on several factors and is an evolving process involving multiple variables. Investigation is under progress, and all probable causes and contributing factors leading to the accident are being investigated, says the government. In fact, this is a response to a question that has been raised by Member of Parliament J.B. Matha. What is also very significant is that they have added that the final investigation report and findings are going to be made public and published on the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau website after completion of the probe. They have further specified, and this is important, that Director General of Civil Aviation, as part of the continued airworthiness, has directed the original equipment manufacturer or the OEM-level testing of fuel control switch locking mechanism in Seattle, detailed examination of fuel control switch, including structural integrity of fuel control switch deterrents, was carried out and no abnormality was observed. However, further inspection of the complete thrust module at the OEM facility is currently underway. So this is very important, because if you recollect that quite a few months after the accident had taken place, the tragic accident that took place in Ahmedabad, the crash that took place in Ahmedabad, there was a report of how there was a similar sort of defect as far as the fuel control switches are concerned on a similar Air India flight from Heathrow to Bengaluru. At that point of time, there were serious questions and concerns being raised about whether there was some kind of technical problem, because in the past as well, the similar switch that is used in other Boeing aircraft, there were issues that were reported. But of course, at that point of time as well, the dgca said so. Now we know that they have gone to Seattle and they've tried to get a report from where they have once again confirmed from the original aircraft and the equipment manufacturer that there is no problem with these switches, because these switches, I believe, are made by the company called Honeywell. And therefore, in fact, very important that this clarification is coming at the level of the government.
So in a way, abnormality in the fuel switch is being ruled out by the government in this massive revelation. Let me also go across to Hina. Hina is joining us from the newsroom. In the absence of a concrete report that can help establish why the crash took place in the first place, there were speculations and theories about what could have gone wrong. And one such theory was about the fuel switch going from on to cut-off position on its own. That could have been one of the factors. But now, as per center in this massive revelation, that has been ruled out. No abnormality. Hina.
That's right. It is extremely important, this written reply that has been given by Muralidhar Mohol. And why it is important, Swati, because in October, the final report is expected. AAIB is investigating this matter. Till now, the government, the Ministry of Civil Aviation, had not really officially told us at what stage is the investigation. All the information we got was from AAIB, the Accident Aviation Investigation Bureau. Now, this is the response that has been submitted in the parliament. And let me take you through the most important part here. The question was asked, what is the reason behind the delay in releasing AAIB's final report? Because it has been over a year already. The government in this reply has mentioned that there is no delay in the investigation. Timeline for a major accident investigation cannot be predicted as it depends on several factors and it is an evolving process. The government says investigation is under process. All probable causes and contributing factors leading to the accident are being investigated. Government says final report will be made public and published on AAIB's website after completion of investigation. Now, the most important part is this particular aspect. Here, the government has mentioned that DGCA, as part of continued airworthiness directed OEM-level testing of fuel control switch locking mechanism in Seattle, detailed examination of fuel control switch, including structural integrity of fuel control switch detents was carried out and no abnormality was observed. Now, this is extremely important point that is mentioned here. Now, it remains to be seen what caused that movement of the fuel switch. Here they are saying there was no abnormality that was observed. Was it actually human error or was there some kind of a technical glitch? That big question still awaits an answer, and hopefully by October we'll get to know what happened.
So this is a written response that has come in from the government on the issue of fuel switches. The government says DGCA carried out a OEM-level test in which no abnormality was found in the fuel switches. But we'll have to wait for the final report to know what really transpired in those last few seconds that led to this fatal crash. Thank you very much to Hina and Madhav for getting us the details. Quick break, lot more lined up on the other side.